Hey everyone, I'm really excited to have two Jade dolls with me. The premise is that these are models where their names and fashions are styled after famous fashion streets from all over the world. They were released from 2007 to 2013 and there's 62 dolls out there, but I think there was one that the release may have been canceled. So there's 62 confirmed dolls out there, may or may not have been a 63rd. But I believe this was the first doll released right here. So she's almost 20 years old. She's from 2007. The company that makes these dolls also makes pull-up. So these dolls are on the same body as a lot of pull-up dolls. Most of the J dolls have pull-up 3 bodies and some of them have pull-up 4 bodies. I hear that their bodies are really delicate, so I really haven't like moved or touched them very much because I don't want to break anything. I'll go over the articulation in a bit, but what I really love about these dolls is that every single one looks so different. And I'm at a point where I've never really liked having dolls that look similar to each other. I like all my dolls to look very different. And I was really getting annoyed with how if I want to collect multiples of like a same kind of doll from a similar series or something, they might all have like the same haircut or the same hair color. And like I said, I want all my dolls to look different. But every single one of these dolls looks so different, not just in their really beautiful fashions, but especially in the base dolls themselves. So I have two dolls here, and look how different they are. I believe they probably have like the same face sculpt, but their eyebrows are different, their eyelashes are different. Even though they both have blue eyes, this one on the right has much darker blue eyes. Even their lip shapes are different. She has wider lips that have a little upturn at the end. So pretty. And yeah, probably the most beautiful thing about them is their fashions. They have such beautiful clothing, and these are really high quality, made with a lot of different materials. At retail, they were pretty expensive. They retailed in yen, so I'm not exactly sure about the conversion rate all the way from back in 2007. But basically, they were probably like $70, $80 back in the day at retail. So almost $100 each, and they're just really beautiful. Maybe we'll look at this one first. So, like I said, they were named after streets. So a lot of their names are a little out there. Take a look at her box. I did buy these secondhand. I only recently found out about them. And they came with their boxes, but they weren't new in box. The other thing is I think they were made and sold in Japan. Um, I think later they moved to South Korea, but this little sticker residue right here, a lot of these dolls ended up at Tuesday Morning discount stores here in the US 20 years ago. So this might have been a sticker from that store. Here's what the box looks like. They both have this like kind of basic background of like a street view. Um, Interesting choice. But the back of the box has the doll in a full body view, and she's all dressed up. Her purse looks a little different actually. They did a little more after these photos, but she is so pretty. Look at that. She has a full outfit. Here's her name, Via Sant Andrea. So I think I'll just be calling her Andrea. It's a very pretty name. Her dress is so cute. She has a collar, these little beads acting as little buttons on her dress. It is a really soft and pretty color, nice material. And the cutest thing is this little lace down here. So cute. And she has these little lacy socks, and her shoes are really cute too. She comes with this really pretty red velvet jacket with a brown fur trim and this little flower up here. How pretty. It kind of stands on its own like this. And then she also has a cute little hat. It's super soft and has this metal embellishment. So cute. All the clothes also has the J Doll tag. And from this angle, you can see her really long hair. Wow. I will say, there's something about this wig that's like not very nice. So they're not rooted, but she does have a glued on wig. And it's kind of interesting. So let me get this bag out of the way and get her off of the stand, which is really cool. We'll go over it quickly. Like I said, these are dolls based off of like fashion streets, so their stands resemble a sidewalk. They're done in these really pretty translucent colors. And it also holds her by the armpits, which is a little unique, but I really like this stand. Really high quality. Alright, so let's take a look at her hair. Look at how thin that is. And the way it moves is a little weird. Like all it's thin, and let me show you the top of her head. You can see it's a little weird. I feel like, I mean, maybe this is just this doll, but I feel like the way like the wefts of hair are glued down is a little weird and makes her hair move really kind of awkwardly. Like it feels like one giant piece. But she's really pretty. Honestly, like the designs of these dolls are just amazing. Like I said, I love every single one, and I would love to have every single one of these dolls one day. Pretty expensive though, so I'm not sure if that's possible. But I really love them. She is so pretty. She does also have these like shorter bits of hair that are supposed to kind of go in the front. It's a little difficult to kind of pull them out. And then let's look at this girl. From the two, I mean, I only got these two because the one seller had them both, and like for a decent price. Like I said, they're really expensive. I didn't think I would like this one very much. I do like her, but now I really love her, and I'm really glad about that. And that also like really makes me think I'm gonna love every single one, because just from photos alone, I love them all. So I know I'm gonna love them even more in person. I do really love this base doll, and I thought like I might not find her fashions as fun in person, but they are. And she has a much more complicated outfit than this one. I really love them both, like I said, but let's first take a look at her box. It's also oddly a little taller for some reason, even though all the dolls are the same height. Here's her kind of like generic looking box. They're really pretty though. I really do love the patterns on the boxes. So here she is, Avenue Macon, maybe? Probably mispronouncing that. I might have to give her a different name, but here she is, so pretty. I love her dark curly hair, and like, wow. I think every one of these dolls' fashions still hold up 20 years later. Like, they're just these beautifully timeless fashions. The base doll alone, I really love her. I might kind of have to redo her hair. Let me show you the back to really give you a look. The curls are a little awkward because they're so large. These giant ringlets. And actually, if you kind of pull her hair down, it's really, really long. Look at that. She is so pretty. Now, she has a lot going on with her outfit. There's so many different pieces. She has this metal cross choker. And actually, I took off her jacket because I thought maybe the arm was bent in a weird way, and pleasantly surprised with this really great top. It's kind of a stiff material, but it's really pretty. Just dropped her little bag. I'll move that for a second. These nice little metal embellishments to look like little buttons. Her belt is a separate piece, has a lot of silver fabric details. And then this is also like a metal chain with little metal charms. And her skirt is this really pretty, really dark blue. It's not black, but crumpled fabric and then a silver trim. These are actually socks, not stockings. They end right there. And I actually thought they did have cutouts, but these cutout looking parts are just white and you can see her skin through them. But that is really cool. And then honestly with her shoes, I was a little disappointed. They really are just like gold plastic. They kind of look like Barbie shoes to me, but I think they definitely have bigger feet than Barbie. She has a really pretty stand as well. She comes with these little black sunglasses, which I think are a little out of place. These are also giving Barbie. Over here in the picture, they look pretty cute with her hair, but compared to the rest of her outfit, they kind of just look a little cheap. Her bag is, well, it's kind of heavy, which is why it fell out of her hand. It's the metal chains that make it a little heavy. And then her arm isn't super strong. I had it up here and then put the bag on, and as you can see, her arm falls down just a bit. And it has a like false leather material. It's really high quality, so cute. And then let's take a look at her jacket. It is also like there's so much going on here. This really pretty metallic gold and silver fabric that's being used. And then this charm up here is so big, but it's so pretty. And this blue long fur trim. What a diva. I will say the only thing that didn't hold up over time is whatever like material was used on the cuffs here. It was immediately falling off and falling apart. But yeah, I've had other things with this material and it doesn't hold up. But like these fashions, not just the designs, but like all the materials used, so pretty. I would really love to like change up their fashions, make them different clothes, and I probably will in the future, but I am just a little worried about breaking their like either their hands or their feet because I see that's really common. I tried to pull her shoes off and I just couldn't. I actually ended up kind of pulling her knee out a bit, which is weird. Like the legs, you can just pull them right apart and I don't like that. So here's the only thing I kind of don't like about them. The articulation. I know compared to the pull-up 4 body, the pull-up 3 body, which is what these dolls have, is not as popular. But they have no articulation, well, no rotation at the wrists. They really just move like up and down like this, which is awkward because they have rotation up here at the upper arm. I mean, I guess that's kind of enough. I would like them to rotate over here at the wrist. Because it's like, what if I want to rotate her hand to like this angle, but I want like the elbow to stay like that? A little awkward. But I've heard people say like these are just not really play dolls, especially because they break easily. So but that would be nice. I would like to have some of these that are on the pull-up 4 body because I mean I've never had a pull-up. I don't know what those dolls are really like. But I would like to see that pull-up 4 body. These are just so pretty. Ever since I got them, I've literally just been looking at them just because they're so beautiful. I can't wait to get more, but like even now I'm so in love with these two. Nothing more to say. They are so beautiful. Wait, I just noticed that the logo is a model with like super long hair. So cute. I will say, besides the like iffy articulation and like the hair on specifically this one, not the best, but like I don't really see that as a big issue or concern. Really the articulation is just like it could be better, but it is actually pretty nice. The one thing I would love to see from this line that like we never got and I'm not sure would have ever happened is that, like I said, I love every single one of these dolls. They have beautiful, amazing, really out there, high-end concepts for their fashions, and all the features on the dolls are so beautiful and diverse and unique in every way except for their skin tones, which they're all like very pale. Some of them are just like a little peachy, but like really they're all very, very light skinned. And that could be for multiple reasons, like they're based in Asia, so that might be a factor. I believe they started out as a Japanese company and then moved their like headquarters to South Korea because Jun Planning later became Groove Inc. I'm not super sure on that. I did like a little bit of Googling about that. So that might be a factor, but like I genuinely believe like if they would have some darker skin tones, like I know they could do so much with that, especially because well, these are models that travel all over the world, so like I could see that being an excuse as like the dolls are not from the places they are representing. But with the designs of these dolls, I just know they could do so much with those skin tones in combination with like different hairstyles because they're already doing so well with that. And I mean this doll brand or line has been discontinued for over 10 years now, but I am literally so in love with these dolls, and that would have been really great if we could have gotten some dolls with darker skin tones. Like the combination of skin tones and hair color, hair styles, and textures could have just been so, so good. So I guess I'm kind of missing what we didn't have, never got, and like honestly never will have. But I probably won't get to talk about these dolls very much outside of this video. I don't see myself getting more of these dolls anytime soon because of the prices. So I kind of want to get all my thoughts out in this one video. But yeah, besides that, I really love these dolls. They're already so pretty, but I would have loved to see this line continue and see what else they could have done because they're all really, really great. And I'm gonna leave the link for this one website, and it literally gives you like all 62 dolls with their photos and a bunch of information about them. And it's really great to scroll through. And there is that 63rd, like allegedly canceled doll at the end. I'm a little confused about that because then I saw like a listing on a website for pre-orders, so I don't know if that doll ever came out or not. But I'll leave that in the description. And then because, like I said, I want to get all my thoughts out, I don't know if I'll be able to talk about these dolls anytime soon. Um, when I got these dolls, I showed my mom. She really loves them. She thinks they're really pretty, especially loves their fashions. She actually related these dolls to Koron, which, yes, I think they're similar in some ways, but their faces are pretty different, very different styles. But I just thought it was funny that she thought of Koron when thinking of these girls. Koron is a Pure Nemo doll from A Zone International. And just do a little height comparison because my mom also, she hasn't seen Koron too many times, but she immediately said like, oh, but these dolls are a little taller than your other one, and yeah, they are. But that's really nice. I love Koron, and I love these dolls as well, so that was really sweet. So beautiful. Man, like their fashions are so intricate. Like, I just have to show you one more time. Really, really lovely dolls. And I really want to see people talk about these more. I know they've been discontinued for a while, but just like any excuse to talk about them more, I will take. I've been watching so many videos about other people like unboxing or reviewing or opening these dolls, and they're just lovely. Can't believe I only just found out about them. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Bye bye!